To get a tutor or to self-study, that is the question. DeMario on demand. DeMario on demand. DeMario on demand. Subscribe, like, and enjoy the show. DeMario on demand. DeMario on demand. DeMario on demand. Subscribe, like, and enjoy the show. If you come to the crossroads where you need to figure out, should I get a tutor or should I just continue to self-study on my own, then you've come to the right place, because I have personal experience with self-study, getting a tutor, doing things on my own, failing the test, passing the test, all of that and above. Alright, so if you've watched my previous video, If you watched my previous video, you know that I had a very tough time preparing for the LSAT, because I honestly didn't know, this is such a new world. Like, there are so many different books, study sessions, study cards, podcasts, videos, all of this just for one test. And I'm here to tell you this: there is no one answer to should you get a tutor or should you self-study. However, I'm going to make the choices a lot easier for you. Let's start with a traditional student. What is a traditional student? So a traditional student basically is a person that's went through K through college and they're going straight into school. With you already being ingrained in teacher-student type of relationship, I personally believe that there are a lot of tutors that you can find that will help you. So when I got a tutor, I got a tutor off of Craigslist. Horrible, I know. And I had a tutor who was like 1,000 miles away, and he had a thick accent. So imagine learning a subject that you don't know anything about over Skype with a heavy accent. Yeah, it was pretty tough. And now that I have spent the money for it, I will say for me, it would have been just easier to do a self-study. However, if you are going to get a tutor, you definitely need to follow a couple of rules. In my opinion, you should get a tutor that specializes in LSAT. There are so many different tutors, and I don't mean to cramp y'all style. There are so many tutors that tutor for a living, and they tutor the MCAT, they tutor ACT, SAT, LSAT, GRE, GMAT. They tutor all those things. And an LSAT is such a specific test. You need a sensei that knows how to teach the LSAT. It's not a regular standardized test. So you need a Mr. Miyagi that knows this test, not a Mr. Miyagi that knows test. They need to know this test. And that was one of the things that my tutor did not have. My tutor was tutoring the GMAT, the GRE, the MCAT, the LSAT. He might have been doing the cosmetology license entrance exam. I don't know. But he just was not specific. And let me tell you how you will know if a tutor is specific. Because a tutor that specializes in the LSAT, day one, you're going to start talking about analytical reasoning. Day two, we're talking about reading comprehension. Day three, we're doing logical reasoning. A person that knows the subjects is going to lead you to the right places. And this is why it worked out for my good to have a tutor, and it worked out for my bad. He told me about the Power Score books. And he would say, okay, I need you to get these Power Score books. You're going to read chapter 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to talk about it on the next day. Next day would come. Did you finish 1, 2, and 3? Yes, I did. Do you have any questions? Well, I don't really much know how to do the linear models that it was telling me. we will come back on the next day and we'll talk about that. I need to brush up on it. So you mean to tell me now we're going into our third session that I'm going to have to pay for, and you haven't taught me anything? I've basically been self-studying. That's it. I say all of that to say this. If you are going to self-study, make sure that you sign up for the free Khan Academy. The link is below. Make sure you do that, okay? Run, don't walk. That's the first thing you do. Tutor, no tutor. You need to make sure you do that. If you're going to tutor, make sure the person has all the credentials and make sure they know the LSAT. All right. Well, that's it. Like, subscribe, and comment if you need anything else.